Alright, so we're going to see if we can repair this Snap-on 12-volt drill. What the problem is, this is a CDR30. I don't know how old this drill is. 0 to 3,000 RPM, 0 to 1,000. I guess that depends on high or low. But the problem is the selector switch here of forward and reverse no longer works. So when I try to drill, it doesn't do anything actually. It just sits there. So it's stuck. I don't hear anything shaking, but we got to crack it open and find out. It's kind of built like a, almost feels like a Glock, the handle. That type of plastic. So I had to pull out some old tools. Luckily, I actually have this hex key. See if it'll actually focus there. I don't know if it will. It's a little dark. But I have this key. It's kind of the star point to the thing. So, and it fits this particular bit on this drill. So let's go ahead and take it apart. Okay, so we have all the screws out except one, but it's already unscrewed. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. So the idea is to take it apart slowly in case anything falls out. And of course I have the video here to help, but so let's go ahead and see. Oh, well, that was easy. It pulls right off. Okay, so let's see if we can't find the problem here. So it switches. Goes back and forth. That's how it's supposed to. And here's a switching mechanism, the trigger. There's the trigger here, and the wires. And that's it. So, taking a look, this is actually broken right here, this piece. I can see it's broken. And yeah, let's see if I can get that. This piece right here is broken from the switch, which it looks like makes this thing go left and right. Left and right. So it was stuck in the middle and it was dislodged. What a piece of junk. You'd think Snap-on would stick to their quality build name and not develop such shite of a switch. So the idea here is to figure out a way to reattach this piece. Here and here. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. So it's going to go in here. Like that. I don't know if you can see here, hopefully. This is going to slide. It's supposed to slide back and forth. Like so. So. I do have a soldering iron. Might have to bust it out. And melt some, do some plastic soldering. Some JB Weld might work. Just trying to find out what I can do here to actually fix this thing. Actually, it almost looks like it goes like that. And like that. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. There we go. Maybe it just popped out of place. Alright, it's possible. Maybe I can just set it back in place. I was going to say, if that was the case, that would be so much junk. Okay, so that looks like triggers there. Put this back on. Ah, man, would you look at that? And I was about to weld something up. And there it goes again. Okay, so it's popping off of here for some reason. Doesn't want to stay down, which means I'm wondering if there's a spacer or something I can fabricate. It almost looked like, I mean, there was something here on the bottom. There's something here that's broken. Perhaps. See, I'm wondering if I think a ring was down here like a clip. And that clip somehow disappeared and is no longer with us. And I can't pull that apart. That is part of the switch. You must have to take one of these screws off. That's a variable. That's all that is. Like those race cars, remember that? Variable resistor, basically. So, okay, so something did break. This piece right here was longer and probably had something on the end of it to keep it from popping out. So the question is, can I make a spacer to put on top of it? Right here. And nothing makes spacers better than like some paper. Let's see what we can pull off. I can use my 1/4-inch drive on this thing. Don't know what for. Here we go. Take a saw blade and just rip a hole here. Overkill, right? So if I can do that, I can make a spacer. Maybe it'll stay. It'll push against itself and hold. Right. So oh, there we go. That's the SOG power lock. Yeah. SOG with the cut. Look at that. That's sharp. SOG. Brought to you by. Now the question is, can I get a hole? Oh shit, too much. Oh, yeah, fuck that up. Try that again. Too much. Just go with a small. Okay, there we go. Small slit. As long as it's all the way through, that's all that matters. So wrap this thing out. This thing is sharp. Oh my gosh. That's sharp. Can't move it on the nail. Okay, so we have this piece. We have this piece here. We're going to try to use this as a spacer. If it'll work. I do want it to be kind of tight. There we go. Now the question is, will it be too thick? Maybe. Alright. Take that, trim it up. I'm just making this up on the fly of what's laying around me. I just happened to unfold a couple of curtains earlier and had the curtain tag. Are these curtains? No, speaker stands. And here we go. This may not do anything at all. So that's there. We want this to be here. I have no idea. That'll do the trick. This has to be on top. On top. Just have to wedge it down. But will it stay? Like that. Or will it catch fire? Even better question. Grab the battery. Doesn't sound good either way, does it? Probably use some lubrication. All right. Gonna take it apart. See what's going on in here. It'll hold for a little bit. Probably not long. Torquing. Cool. Well, before the rest of it falls apart, we'll go ahead and reassemble. Call it a day. Ghetto fix.